It looks like it went on a set of keys or something.
It's an 1890. It's not completely clean, but I'm able to get the date right there. So that's awesome. Markers or anything like that, but we'll clean it up later. It looks in decent shape. It's all still together. Underneath there. I'm gonna try to get it out and clean it up. It's super thin. Hey everybody, Moko Metal Detecting. Again, we are at a different location now. I'm with my newfound metal detecting enthusiast in our county, Ken, and we're trying to hit this yard up. He said the house dates back to the 1800s. So far, I have found an old Clorox top. We just got started here a minute ago. I'm back with my Garrett pinpointer. I'm going to give the Minelab a break, and I'm going to try to do some more testing on that at the house and in some of my conditions before I keep going on with them. I'm going to go back with old reliable. Got this out. We got ourselves a spoon. It looks like the end of it, either that or it's just really strangely formed. I don't see any markings, but I also haven't gotten very far into it and just kind of rubbing it. Oh, there's something. Silver plate. Well, I'd say most of that's gone. Cool, we found what used to be a silver plated spoon. Yeah, I got part of a silver plated spoon. Oh, did I turn that off? Well, whatever it is was screaming 35. Is it a nail? Oh, it's even better. It's a U-nail. Alright, well, thought it was going to be something. Alright, so you're talking pretty deep. Deeper than the carrot. Or as deep as the carrot right there. Something says 2 birds. I think it says 2 birds, 2/3. Not quite sure what this is. I'll have to clean that up and we'll see. It looks like I may have cut into part of it. Yeah, it's pretty malleable. Not quite sure what it is. We'll catch you in the wrap up on this one. It'll at least be before I get home, before I'm able to get that cleaned up. I'm trying to get through this hole. I think I got the whole thing out undamaged. I'm getting ready to check, but it says escort, and then it's got a small little globe. I think there's some writing inside of that. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find my brush. Oh, and of course I made a mess. Doom, Tacit. Something to Matt. You're gonna laugh at me, but I swear that says llama. But I know it's got it's L-A-M-A-T, something like that, and then W-O-W. Not sure what that is. I have to look into that. Maybe Ken will know. I'll ask him here in a second, see if I can get back to you. All right, I was about to give up on this hole and pulled out a nail, and then right behind it came this penny. I don't have a date on it yet, and I don't know that I will. It's pretty toasted. But if I can, I'll try to clean that up when I get home. And we'll see if we can't get one, but not too bad. Ken was out there and he found a flat button in the front yard. He's hunted this before. Said he found a 1882 Indian head out in the front, and then he found a Walking Liberty out in the backyard. So we're hopeful. The house has produced some good things for him, and so we might get some more today. But it's nice to see that flat button. He got a horseshoe. We'll talk here at the end of it at some point. I wanted to make sure with him he was cool with me recording prior to me doing it. So anyway, we'll catch you soon. Hopefully the wind's not terrible. I'm sure it is. Over here by a bit of a car graveyard, it seems like. I like the old Subaru. But anyway, got this, which I'm not sure what it is, and then a small little piece or fragment of pottery. So over here by where the old barn, I say the graveyard as well, this property stretches hundreds of acres that way. So I mean, we're just at the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to check this hole out while y'all are with me. I'm going to do it in multiple ways as well. There's something still in there. I'm going to check the signal itself and see what we got. And it's chirping, so I'll dig it and I'll let you know on the other side of this video. All right, I got to the bottom of it. There's a good ways down there, about 7 inches deep. If I can get that thing to stop going. Just a piece of iron. Had a couple high chirpy sounds. I figured it was going to be iron, but wanted to go ahead and dig it. Anyway, I can see Ken's on something, so we'll check out what he's got here in a second. What kind of ring did you find? What kind of ring was it? That's awesome. Found another mason jar lid.
Oh yeah, got lots of lids.
Tons of them. Hey, but still, a ring's a ring. So it's still in the hole?
That's right.
Oh my gosh. That's a big one, bud.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's...
If you want me, you can pop that right out. You might be able to see something inside of it.
Yeah, it's missing the stone.
Sure is. I don't think you're going to be able to necessarily detect it.
No? It doesn't look like it doesn't shine much like silver.
No.
What it is? But it is a ring.
It wouldn't be white gold, is it?
Didn't think so.
No. Wait a second. Yeah, there's something right here. Hold on. It's silver. It says S-I-L-V-E-R.
Now Karen said go get you some treasure.
Uh-huh. Yeah, see right there. It doesn't say how much, but it says S-I-L-V-E-R.
Huh,
That's
cool.
Awesome. I wonder if you'd think there'd be somewhere that says like 925 or something.
Yeah, not on the old stuff.
No. That's definitely older. It's very ornate.
Yeah, guy's ring.
Uh-huh.
I found one other ring in here. It was costume jewelry, kids.
I mean, it's got some weight to it.
Yeah, cool.
That's awesome, bud. Good job.
How about that?
That's fantastic. You may have some more treasure in this front yard than you thought.
I'll tell you what, if you want the front yard, go for it.
Well, what I'm going to go do is get that 6-inch coil, and I may try to snoop around on that other side there. I don't want to interrupt. You're already getting some good stuff.
The closer you get to the building, the more junk you're going to run into.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's not very far away from the house at all. You're talking less than 20, 30 feet. Oh, it was where?
I said, look right there.
Oh, yeah.
Next to that big stump.
That's where I found, I meant to tell you a second ago, I found a wheat scent right over there by the other stump.
Yeah.
There's one right over there before you get to the garage, and I found a wheat scent. It doesn't have a date. You found a memorial. So there's coins and rings still to be found. We'll see if we can't sniff a couple more out before we have to go.
Just take the tease it out.
Gonna kind of do a live dig. I don't even know if it's gonna be anything good. Usually is the case with a live dig. But I've got something coming up in this hole. I've got the 6-inch coil on. It was coming up in this hole. Oh, I heard a small chirp. Is it back there? It's back there. Coming up at 30 something. $32, I think, is what the last number I read on it was. I'm going to end up regretting this. I'm going to come back like this and do that. And that way I can kind of get in here a little easier. Is it in that clod now? Oh, wire. All right, well, curse the live dig, I guess. I'm gonna check that hole though. That was a really strong signal. It could have been that wire. Very well could have been. We're gonna see otherwise. It would seem so. I'll be in the area that Ken told me was going to be trashy, and sure as the world I found what looks like an old bottle of ointment. So came up a decent signal, started at 20 something, then it went up to the 30. That's when I knew it was going to be trashy, and so I went ahead and dug it anyway. So anyway, we're going to keep on digging. Sun's still up in the sky. We might have a couple more hours to go. We'll just kind of see what happens. Ken said he found a memorial scent a little earlier. Mostly been nails. I've found so many mason jar lids. In fact, I'm getting ready to go to the car and put some up right now, so that way they're out of my way, and I'm going to just kind of start a path from the car towards the back. He said the field's wide open, so I might even take my other detector and go back and hit the field. It's kind of hard to tell, but anyway, we'll see you here in a bit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and try to wrap things up real quick. Just kind of a fair warning, there are going to be more things here than what actually ended up in the video, and I'm going to explain that here in a little bit once I get done with this. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and move forward. Over on this side, we've got the silver-plated, which is no longer silver-plated spoon. We have this, which I finally ended up figuring out was Woodman. I think it's Woodsman of the World, or Woodman of the World. Anyway, that was a tree stump on the bottom. I thought it was a sundial, and I think it is Doom Tacit Lamat. Could be completely wrong on that, but that's what I believe it says, if it'll focus. There's supposed to be another attachment up here, but this was all I got out of the hole. A couple of toys. These were in a lot. Again, I'm going to explain that here in a minute. The thing that said 2/3, it actually ended up being an aluminum measuring cup. This right here, these two little rivets, would be where the handle was. A piece of pottery. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks like it's either a washer or a, oh my gosh, can't think what they're called now. It's like a spacer. Anyway, something of that nature. Not sure what this is. And then this, of course, is that Clorox top. It would have gone on a bottle similar to what we have up here on our shelf, except this is an A1 bleach. But these two smaller ones over here and here, and actually this as well. This is a Clorox bottle as well. So that's what it would have gone on to. And then the rest of it is changed. This one being the coolest as far as like the oldest one. This is my oldest wheat scent I've ever dug. It will almost assuredly not focus. There we go. All right, there's Lincoln. You can barely tell it says wheat scent on the back. Had to zoom in pretty close for that one. We're gonna take that back out and hope that this actually zooms back in. There we go. Good job, camera. This one's kind of odd. I don't really need it to zoom in and get super solid on that. I wish it would. This was an experiment, I believe. They used to try to do a coating. I think it was mercury that they would put on these, and you can see where some of it has flaked off. But I tell you, it definitely threw me for a loop to pull this out of a hole. It ended up being from 1966. It looked like silver coming out, and it had me going all kinds of crazy in my head. This is my first dollar that I've ever dug. It's a James Monroe dollar, which is cool because that's what Monroe County was named after, the president that it was named after, rather. And then the rest is clad, so we've got an additional, is that another penny? Oh, yeah, this one was kind of an odd one. Let me see if I can get that zoomed in. The North American Hunting Club. Nope, not gonna work. Well, anyway, I tried. It's the North American Hunting Club. I found this in a playground. As far as all that footage, I'm going to explain that here in just a moment. First of all, I have a new haircut, so it's not quite the spike it used to be, but I'm trying to go with a different style. So I figured I'd point that out in case it was pointed out in the comments. Second of all, so a couple of different things happened that day. One of the main ones being, I had some footage at the first house I went to, but a lot of it ended up not being able to be used because of noise. I was right beside the road, and it was just nearly impossible to hear. Anyway, I got the footage from the hunt with Ken, and everything had went really well. When I got to my next location, which was the school playground near where I teach, I was filming, everything was going pretty well, and then all of a sudden my detector stopped. It displayed CD, which was a coil disconnected signal, and so I tried to disconnect the coil, do it again, and every time I turned it on, within 2 seconds it was turned back off. So I tried my 11-inch coil on it. This was the 800, the Equinox 800. Tried my 11-inch coil on it, and then it popped up ER with an 11. It would work for like 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden that would happen, and it would turn off. Contacted Minelab, I sent it in, and as I'm recording this, it should be coming in on Wednesday of this upcoming week, which would be the... Today's the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th is when they're aiming for it. But they were real good with me. They paid for the shipping to be sent back to the headquarters in Illinois. And they looked it over and they informed me that they were sending it back to me on Friday. So I'm looking forward to getting the 800 back. In the meantime, though, I've still got the 600 and I've been out pounding the ground. I've already gotten a couple other hunts in since that last one. Just produced some really decent finds, and I got a couple bits of footage for that, and I'm going to be hunting with Ken again tomorrow, so hopefully things go well there. But anyway, that about wraps up this video. Thank you all for watching and for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do that, so that way you can be notified. Hit the bell so that way you can get each notification. I'm going to be doing a 500 subscriber giveaway soon. I'm about 17 away last time I checked, so I'm trying to get some prizes lined out for that. I'm hoping to have quite a few different packages ready. But in the meantime, until the next video, take care, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and be sure to click or tap the circular channel icon to subscribe if you haven't already. If you'd like to see another video, just click or tap the link on the right side of the screen. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter, so head over to either for updates between videos. As always, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.